Welcome back, daddies, to this one-of-a-kind podcast. No other podcast like this podcast. We are the Bad Dad Vice podcast. Sounded like we were a boy band. We are the Bad Dad Vice podcast.
Stacey's mom.
Oh, that's new. I never heard that one. We are presented to you today by our friends over here at Bierstick. Bierstick is the one-of-a-kind, nothing like it, much like us, way to consume your adult beverages. Put away the beer bongs, put away the shotguns, put away the what other
the intro,
the rest of them.
Shit.
what other drinking vessels? I don't know. And get you a beer stick.
Dude,
Get you a beer stick.
You went last week. You came out so hot, and you're just
I didn't
fumbling
know-
the bag today.
You started the thing. I was literally saying, "Can we stop this?" I don't even know what I'm gonna say.
No
yet.
do-overs, bro.
Doing it
No
live.
do-overs.
Yeah, no redos. But anyway,
we are preparing to be a live radio show. That's what we're preparing for.
Oh,
Howard-
we'd get canceled
yeah,
so fast.
forget Mr. Beast, bro. Howard Stern, hit us up. We're next.
Three fatties and an idiot, or what is it? Dummy? Three fatties and a dummy.
Three fatties and a dummy.
Three fatties and an idiot.
No, but seriously,
I call
we got
dummy.
Bierstick. We got Bierstick, our main number one sponsor of the pod. We do have room for more sponsors. This is a unlimited platform, I would say. I'd consider us an unlimited platform of sponsors. But right now, our number one, our main, is the Bierstick. And if you want your own Bierstick, head over to our TikTok, Instagram. Where is it?
All the above.
Everything.
Any of our social medias and find the recent contest giveaway that we have put out there. All you got to do is like and follow and tag 3 friends, right?
Yeah, you
like
got
and
it.
follow and tag 3 friends.
Killing
and
it.
you could win a $50 Amazon gift card, a beer stick of your own, and
Maybe a meet and greet.
maybe
Not like the meat
Well,
show, but sucking.
definitely some merch, maybe a seat on this pod. Who knows? I mean,
Who
I don't-
knows?
people want to be on this show, man.
We can make that happen.
That's true.
People
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
on this show.
So like you said, all those goodies are available to you, and it's really worth making it over. Well, shit. I mean, by the time this goes out, I think the giveaway is going to be done.
No, we'll extend it.
We'll extend it because at the moment you probably have about a 1 in 15 chance of winning at this point.
I
we
do
got
have a fun story to tell. Janie told me today, like we were in the car today, and she said some guy at her work came up to her and was like, yo, you got to rig it so I win the contest.
Did she know what he was talking about?
She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I want a beer stick. I want my own beer stick.
Well, if you don't want to wait for the contest and you just want to get a beer stick, you can also check out promo code DADVICE, 20% off site-wide at
Yeah.
beerstick.com.
Beerstick.com.
yeah. So we have all of our discount codes active. Like you said, it would be code DADVICE on the beer stick at checkout for 20% off. We also have our own merch store. There's DADVICE up there. We've got our own merch store with a bunch of cool stuff on it. We've got some new stuff coming out here soon. And
Do you
there's no discount codes for that, right? It's just all low priced. It's all on the cheap.
It's already discounted.
If you want a
don't need
discount,
code.
just like comment on any video and ask for a discount. We'll give you one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
The newest design, the Blanky Boys.
Blanky Boys.
Ooh, daddy likes.
Shout out Blanky Boys. And shout out to that guy in the comments that one time. I don't know his name, but shout out to that guy who called us the Blanky Boys. Because now we're
Yeah.
selling merch.
He doesn't even know, but
I know.
there's literally a sweater based on his comment.
We should
That
reach
dude-
out. We
yeah,
should
you should
DM
reach
him.
out to that dude and send him a
Oh,
hoodie.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
we
gonna
should
get-
send him a Blanky Boys
Yeah.
sweater.
Speaking of, we finally decided to bring out some merch for the first time in 2 months. So I got a hat on right now that's got the Bad Dad Vice logo on it, and we've got the sweater over here with the Bad Dad Vice logo on it, and then I think Trey.
Rose yawned 5 times. Stop yawning.
I'm still thinking of Ab's intro.
I have on
Fair.
a nice polo, a very classy shirt that has a logo in the top left-hand corner. You can see what we're wearing if you could check out our YouTube. We have video of this
You
podcast.
should have told me we were doing a merch thing out of War on my merch.
Well, we're doing the podcast, so
yeah.
I don't.
My shirt's dirty. I wear it a lot.
I don't own any merch. Debt free 2024.
you should enter the contest.
I should. I've made of those 15 entries, 12 of them are me. I made fake accounts and commented them. Ophelia Titties? That's not a real person, dude.
Well, on that note, let's get into some updates.
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
This is the silence that you're hearing is the consumption of 24 ounces of beer.
Oh yeah,
That was only 12. Yeah,
I was only 12.
That was
But I
12?
want to
Yeah.
dude, he's on keto.
but I do want to point out how short that silence was.
Very short.
Because that's how quick even you, maybe not you, I would consider myself a professional beer sticker, but you could finish 12 ounces of beer in not as much less time as it just took me to finish that.
You know what I noticed the other day? So my son has a little bit of an ear infection. He has tubes in his ear, and his ear's draining out, right? So we had to give him some medication. We took him to the doctor. We gave him some meds. Have you guys given meds to your kids yet? You've given the Tylenol, right?
Mhm.
Most people know the Tylenol.
Tylenol's about
And
it.
it's like
Gripe water. I did gripe water.
Gripe
The,
water.
Oh, well, I don't consider that medicine, really.
The syringe is 2 pieces. It's a piece of plastic and then like a little. That is a baby beer
Baby
stick.
beer stick.
So now every time he
Training
gets
him.
medicine, I have video on my phone of me going, "Let's go, baby beer stick."
Chug, chug,
And then
chug,
he's like,
chug.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And I go, then I go, freshman. Yeah, so that's the baby beer stick. Yeah.
Love
My
that.
update, by the way, today is very, very simple. My son can reach his hands over his head and touch his hands together. I just noticed that today for the first time.
Like
he can
that.
he can get his hands like he's doing like above his head touching of the hands. That's the first time I've noticed that he could touch his hands above his
That's
head.
the first time I noticed
It's-
I can do that.
How crazy is that to think like kids can't do
Like not even close.
Yeah, like their head's
He
so
can
big
now-
compared to their arms.
He
and
can
body.
now almost do the YMCA. He can get
Right.
the hands above his head
Right.
now. Can he get the hands? For
No,
the
he
C?
can't do the C. He's only got.
So he can only do the YMA.
You got you got YMA.
It's close.
Yeah, no
It's
no
close.
C.
Is there anything YMA?
Your mother's
Yeah,
ass.
that's it.
Nice.
Maybe if you like, maybe if you like,
Good.
Dynamite drop.
That's pretty good. Impressive.
yeah. I was thinking maybe like you rearrange the letters. Maybe he's got a little girlfriend at school, Amy, and like, kinda,
Okay.
you know, something like that.
Some
But-
kid at his daycare.
or he does his best, Justin Timberlake. It's gonna be May.
Nice.
That was the song, right?
That was the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the song.
I told you.
Niche reference for the listeners, but
Yeah, dude.
there's a girl at his daycare. When I walk in to pick Ivy up now, she looks at me, points, and goes, "Francis." She knows that I'm his dad. Pretty impressive.
That is
Wow,
impressive.
that is really good.
Girls are so much smarter than boy babies.
Just babies, not not adolescents, not teens.
Girl
not
babies, boy babies, not even close.
adults. Yeah.
And then it just kind of like ticks up, and then it's right there.
Don't know where we're going with this.
Okay.
But no, girls are smarter in all sense of the
Yeah,
word.
I think that
but they're way smarter than babies.
They get way ahead early, and then we never catch up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically how it goes.
For sure.
They like mature earlier, and
in
our
a lot of
entire life,
cases-
like men are just trying to catch up to women, and
Well,
they can't.
and in a lot of cases, I would say the gap widens. Like the females widen a lot.
Oh, you're white.
Your thing is making some weird
not me.
static.
Let's go with the
I
scratch.
think it's you. It's not me. Everybody
Anyways,
make sure they're
Abs,
plugged
what
in.
you got for an update?
Somebody's mic is scratchy. We got to figure
His
this out
mic is
right
scratchy.
now.
You guys focus. Focus on.
Hello, is it me?
No.
Is it me? I don't think it's me.
What you got for an update?
My update. Kennedy's new thing is she likes to stand up in the bathtub, and I thought the scariest thing ever was removing the bathtub assistance tool, to where she was just sitting up in the bathtub and could fall over and smash her face. Now when she stands up in the tub, I'm even more scared that she's gonna trip or slide or whatever and bust her face open. So baths have become way scarier now.
You don't have like a little
I do have I have a
mat?
slip mat. I have a slip mat, but it doesn't cover the whole entire floor of the tub. So like it's
So
it's
like if she stands up outside of the mat.
correct, right? She's very mobile. She's
Mm.
very mobile. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
I did want to get an update from everybody on last episode. We talked about our Mother's Day plans.
Mm.
And a lot of people didn't have good Mother's Day plans. So
We had
maybe
a
let's
great
get an
Mother's
update
Day.
on how Mother's Day went around the room.
Great Mother's Day.
Okay, Robo.
No, we.
All right,
So I told you we were going over to. Let me change the camera angle. I told you we were going over to the oyster bar place, Gemma. It was awesome.
I thought that was for anniversary.
No, I got steaks for. Wait.
I think you did steaks for Mother's Day.
Oh
oysters
yeah.
for
So we
anniversary.
did. I went to the. Yeah. So I got the Wagyu fillets for Mother's Day. And sorry, I had too many fucking things in a row. Wagyu fillets for Mother's Day. Smoked those. It was phenomenal. And I got some caviar. We tried some caviar for the first time, and that went over really well. Got a little champagne. Just hung out all day. Let her get outside and get a little sun on the back patio. It was nice. It was a nice day. It was just chill and relax. And then for the anniversary, we went to the oyster bar, and we basically first time I've ever done this. We just went down the whole we didn't get meals. We just went down the raw bar menu and just got oysters, poke, ceviche, and all kinds of shit. It was awesome.
Is ceviche raw?
Yeah, it's technically cooked, but it's cooked in citrus. It never
That's shrimp,
sees
right?
heat.
That's the shrimp one. Ceviche.
Shrimp, crab, lobster, whatever.
I don't eat raw.
But
shrimp.
it was good. It
Don't
went
eat-
well.
Don't eat raw.
Long
shrimp.
story short.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
We didn't do really anything, just a low key, hung out at the house with the kids.
Did you go to the beach?
No, we ended up not going. I asked her if she wanted to go to the beach. She was just like, no, I'd the perfect plan for me is just to give me an hour to get away, kind of thing. Just give me an hour to just
That's what I said.
go sit outside.
Moms want to be away from their kids on Mother's Day.
Well, no, she just wanted to go sit outside and go tan and whatever, and so let her go do that. I made her breakfast. I got her. So I actually already had a flower or I guess it's a flower. It's an orchid. So is that a single flower? That's one flower, right?
Yeah, I would say
So I had orchids.
Sounds great.
Orchids are her favorite flower. So I got her an orchid. I got her a balloon. I had a card from me, and then I made a card with from my kids kind of thing, and then I outlined their hands.
I saw that. That was pretty cute.
Yeah,
that was pretty
outlined
cute.
their hands. So she kind of cried a little bit when she opened that one.
Make a turkey.
No, but they came out weird because they're still moving around everywhere, and when they put their hands on stuff, they lift it really quick and move around. So the hand outline doesn't really look like a hand.
This audio is
the
I don't-
scratchiness. I don't know what's going on.
Did everybody check their?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Everybody check their stuff.
It's
gone.
gone.
It's gone.
You fixed it.
Yep, it was
Oh,
you
no.
the whole time.
It was you.
I guess. All right.
You suck, you jackass.
All right.
Anyways.
What'd you do for Mother's Day?
I did exactly what I said I was going to do. We got a handprint, footprint, picture frame. Got the pictures, and
Did you have it all done before she got here?
Nah, it didn't show up in time. So it was an arts and crafts gift.
Did she accept it well?
It was a build your own adventure.
DIY.
No, yeah, she liked it. It was good. I think, and then today after it dries, you have to wait and let it dry. So I let it dry and I set it up so that when she got home today, she could see it, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you just gave her the Mother's Day thing today, the finished product?
Technically, today is the day that it is finished.
Nice.
Yes. And so we have that up with his picture. It's nice. It's just pretty simple. We don't do crazy gift stuff really anymore. We just kind of buy stuff when we need it. So
Abs, how was your DIY edible arrangement?
Can't hide money,
No,
bro.
I didn't. We didn't do that. I actually took Janie and my mom to Taco Lou. We did Mother's Day brunch at Taco Lou, which was really nice. Then we went back to the house. Kennedy took a nap, and I set up the little kiddie pool in the backyard for Janie, and she laid out back there, and I served her cocktails, and that was pretty much it.
was that your last meal before you started on your very own keto adventure?
Sunday was my last hoorah. Was the Taco Lou brunch, and that was in the morning. There was definitely more
Dude, talk about
non-keto.
the Lord stepping in and just getting involved in your shenanigans. Guy starts a keto adventure. Publix buy one get one nerds clusters.
Dude, that is the fact that I haven't bought any yet.
Bro, and it was full.
Yeah, well, because the sale just started today. Public.
I mean,
Well, and because you haven't been by.
if you want to talk
I've been
about
there, yeah.
best candy of all time,
Hands down,
not even close.
it's not even close. It's
My work, we did a candy bracket for March Madness, and Nerds Clusters, I believe,
lost to Reese's, didn't it, or Snickers?
Snickers was number one. Snickers reigned supreme. Snickers won the national title there.
Such a rookie
I
pick.
believe
Reese's, bro.
Nerds Clusters made it, or Nerds Ropes specifically, made it to the Elite Eight. I think it got bounced in the Elite Eight. And kind of the usual suspects like your Reese's and your Snickers, they made it through. I want to say Sour Patch Kids was bounced in the Elite Eight as well, which was earlier
Makes
than I
sense.
would have expected. There was a lot of weird.
People at your work don't know candy.
There was a
don't
lot of weird.
They don't know candy.
There was a lot of weird
Bunch of
surprises.
skinny folk over
Yeah,
there.
they don't.
Yeah,
they
You
don't
know,
know nothing.
and I was skeptical of some of the decisions that were being made. But I cannot complain. I agree that Snickers is the number one candy.
Was this a
Yeah.
daily vote? Like, how did this run at work? Like, what the fuck do you guys do at work that you're able to do a candy?
Candy bracket.
All this financial money laundering that's happening in the world, and Deutsche Bank is doing
Well,
If you were-
candy
SoFi.
bracket.
If you were-
Deutsche Bank's definitely laundering money.
SoFi.
Because I'm not
Whatever.
there.
I forgot where you fucking work. I don't even remember where you work.
Yeah. While I don't know how long it takes you to look at like a list of 10 things and go click, 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 but it takes probably 30 seconds. But that's essentially what it was. A Google form, which had
30 seconds a day. Or was this a 1 day bracket?
30 seconds a day for roughly, I don't know how many rounds there are. 6 days. So a week, maybe 2 weeks, over 2 weeks.
Just 3 minutes.
3 minutes of time we spent. That's team building. My team is crazy. We had like 3 people in 2020. We're up to like over 70 now, plus contractors and consultants, and we've only had 2 people leave our team since I joined, and one of them came back.
And you only never
damn.
hired me.
Yeah, it's because I'm on the management team, and
You never hired me.
It's
management team.
yeah.
Dude,
that's because I'm on the management team.
I am team. I'm such a team guy, dude. I'm a great addition to any team. For
All right.
morale stuff.
Morale stuff, not actually getting work done.
Production.
Right.
So what you're saying here is you're a mascot.
Essentially, yeah. That sounds
Mascot, spokesperson.
I think the appropriate way is
You're the group
the,
project guy
the
that doesn't
glue,
do anything.
the glue of the office.
Which makes sense because you're going to be the future face of Bierstick.
I thought
think I am.
Jaime was the glue guy.
he's
I thought
the
he was
glue of
Elmer's
the
Fudd.
pod.
I'm the glue,
He's
yeah.
he's Elmer's Fudd.
Elmer's Fudd.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so
Okay.
I've got
Bierstick.
some updates. So the first one, I've been like trying to think of the biggest ones to like really get at me for the past week, and there was one that has nothing to do with my kid. I fucking miss D&D so bad.
Oh my god, that is the stupidest game.
We played D&D for like what 3 months.
Yeah, and my character's name was the Great Bambino. He was a sultan. He was the Sultan of SWAT, and he was a.
Game sucked.
Dude, you didn't even play.
I know. I sat here and watched you freaking dorks playing.
Dude,
that
it was
game.
so much fun. Yeah. So that's my
I was over here sitting in the
Dude.
hot tub drinking beers, and y'all were dorking it up.
You're sitting in my hot tub drinking my beer, going, "Those guys are losers."
Yeah.
Why did you come to my house and sit in my hot tub and drink my beer if I'm a loser?
No. Your house is dope. Your house is dope. It's got unlimited beer. It's got
Dude,
got a hot tub.
He hate us because he ain't us. All right, he hate us.
hate to
No,
us
y'all
'cause
were
they ain't
y'all were
us.
begging me to play. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not playing dress up and
No, we weren't
fairy-
begging. No,
Yeah.
I'm
we're
not
not
playing
begging.
fairies and
He was sitting here
Shit.
and he was going like, what are you guys doing over there? We're like, you want to play? You can play. He's like, no, dude, it's a stupid game. But
Literally,
but
literally,
what is it? Is it what are you guys
literally
doing?
every week that we did this. Yeah, nice. That was a good one. He came over every single week we played, just on a whim.
love hanging out with the bros.
But anyways,
we'll say that.
so
No matter
I
what
do,
y'all
I,
are doing, no matter what y'all are doing, I'll be hanging out.
So,
And I'm not
sorry.
playing. That game's lame.
Did you have more on the D&D thing, or would you just want to make that statement?
That was just my
Just a statement. There is something. Speaking of hanging out with the bros, like I think we need to. Megan is going to Canada with Ivy. She's taking 2 weeks off. I am going to be here by myself
For
2 weeks
Oh, shit.
because I can't go leave work for 2 weeks to go to Canada. So I could go up and do one, but like the flights are tough and the travel's tough on me. So we just said, hey, like Megan's going to do it. She's going to go up there. She'll have the family to help her when she gets up there.
There's only one thing to do.
Now, is this so boring? You can't. I mean, come on.
What are you talking?
What do I talk?
You
I'm
got your
watching you
Tootsies
yawn.
on the counter.
You got your Tootsies on the counter.
Yeah, the camera wasn't on me at the time.
You looking at the
Holy
camera
cow.
yawning. So my question to you fellas is,
Yes.
Yes.
what are we doing?
Exactly.
For the boys' weekend?
Yes.
Adult sleepover.
Exactly.
Adult
yes.
sleepovers.
So Abs is obsessed with the idea of adult sleepovers.
I love adult sleepovers.
It's a great idea. This room is jam-packed with all of the things you need to have a successful adult sleepover. Beer,
Beer sticks.
beer sticks, meat sticks,
TV.
all forms of pickup sticks.
Blankies for the boys.
Blankies for the boys. We're going to have beer. And like the only thing that's tough is it's in August, so there's no sports on. Like right now would be great.
Preseason football.
Could you have, maybe we could have like preseason football, but I think it's like fantasy football mock draft.
Secret
much.
Hitler.
Little secret Hitler
a
board
great
game.
game.
Let's
It's a
make
great
sure
game.
people know that's a board game.
As a board game, everybody.
That's a board game. It's not,
We do not. We do
Commercial.
not secretly praise
Commercials.
Hitler. Okay, Secret Hitler is a board game.
it's not a club we started.
Great game.
It's a board game. But yeah, Monopoly card game.
Oh,
That's a
no,
great one.
that's
TJ.
good. That's good.
That's how you
Yeah.
get TJ hooked.
So
He loves that game.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got to think through this. And if anybody has ideas for how we should organize a boys' weekend, put them in the comments.
Yeah.
Let us know what needs to be on the agenda for a kidless boys' weekend.
Well, you're the only one kidless.
You come over here. You don't have kids.
That's true.
You cannot
So
bring. You actually can't bring kids.
We can
That's
chip
the-
off the back. patio.
Everybody that comes over will not have kids while they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tough for me to get a night away.
Why?
But
Let's sleep through the night.
I agree. I can promise you.
It's also. It's
Well,
also
okay,
like
wait.
three
The other
months.
half of the Robersons will not say
It's also
yes.
3 more months from now. So you're like,
You
who
never
knows
know.
what life's gonna be like in 3 months.
Dude,
Exactly. When I brought it
No,
up
I'm
to her,
saying
that's
like
what she
there's
said.
I'm saying there's a better chance. It's a better chance.
better chance. You got to plant. This is the reason we're talking about it now. Is you got to plant these seeds
I did.
and
I
then
think you
reap
take
what
a
you
book
sow.
And then build them
Take-
points.
Take a
Although
play.
I will say she is very forgetful. So like every time,
Great start.
no, like every time I tell her like, hey, by the way, I'm going to record a podcast tonight. She's like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. so I could just be like, oh no, you told me I could stay the night. Like, I'm just gonna go hang out with the guys.
No. Remember Andrew Carmaris
The
was
day
here.
of.
What did
Mhm.
he say? Right. Let's use some actual bad
Yep,
dad
I was
advice.
just about
Put
to
it
say
on the
this.
calendar.
If it's
Put it
on
on
the
the
calendar.
On the calendar.
Do you have a shared calendar
I
yet?
do, yeah.
Put it on the just sneak it on there.
Yep.
Sneak it on
3
there.
months out, that's the best way to sneak
Sneak
something
it on there. Just
calendar.
put something kind of
My
vague,
only-
right? And then maybe edit the title later and just say like, oh no, that's all. Put like doctor shots, and then edit the title.
Put doctor. Put
For
doctor.
a Friday night.
No, put Doctor McGillicuddy.
Put Dr.
McGillicuddy's.
McGillicuddy's.
The doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor. That's a good one. Just the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And then she'll be like, God, I didn't know that was on the calendar. That's a good idea. We can
shit,
mock
didn't know you had to
draft.
go to the doctor.
Oh God, that's good.
Yeah.
The only
I
thing.
love
The only
that.
thing that's.
But
gonna
I
be
don't know what I'm
tough-
going to do the other 15 days by myself. But
You just-
that one day will be fun.
You just rotate people in.
The
It'll be
only.
good.
The
I
only
would
tough
assume
part
you're
about
gonna
that
work.
is you're looking like
Majority of
yeah. So I'm like, during the day I'm going to work. Yes.
that's like what? That's like mid-August, right? That's what we're like. That's what
Yeah.
we're
It's
looking
2 weekends though. That's a lot of time.
at. Yeah, but the tough part of that is going to be me getting to do an adult sleepover in the middle of August, and then the fantasy football draft this year. We always do it the Sunday of Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Sunday, September 1.
Right. I was thinking
Labor
about.
Day is September 2nd, the first Monday, and so it's
I was
that's
thinking
tough.
about pushing it back 1 week and then just doing our fantasy football draft that weekend while Megan's not here, and then it like kills.
That would be so perfect.
And then it's like
be perfect for you.
not your birthday weekend. Everybody can stop freaking out about
That's
Labor
not your
Day.
birthday weekend anyway. Your birthday's the 5th.
Well, I'm just
6th.
saying Labor Day's right
But
around
like,
his birthday.
yeah, but then you're leaving that last preseason game for injuries.
That and
So
nobody works on Labor Day, so we get beer sticked up the whole day.
we get beer sticked up.
Yeah.
It's Abs doing 10 beer sticks and us all going like we.
Remember, I think the last draft I did a power hour for like the whole length of the draft. It was like 3 hours with Brooks and his brother.
I thought you did it before the draft. And
Brooks
then,
was wasted.
I
He
did it
didn't-
with Brooks
He
before the
didn't get a
draft.
quarterback.
Yeah, he drafted Travis Kelce for like $80. Oh, Jesus.
he didn't get a quarterback.
Yeah. So good ideas. Anyways, I have a couple of actual updates.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're still on updates.
Sorry, are we annoying you?
Sorry.
Your last update was D&D, and I'm annoying you with my update.
Yeah.
No, we got to your update.
Okay.
I
great.
just can barely remember them in the first place, so I don't want to forget them.
Right. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Kid real laughed for the first time.
Hey.
Oh, that's fun.
It's pretty wild. Like when you hear it, you're like, what the fuck was that? Like you forget what a real laugh sounds like because you're so used to just hearing like babbling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear it, you're like, oh shit, that was a laugh.
Yeah.
Tiff goes back to work Memorial Day. So I will be
Ooh.
starting paternity leave
Wow.
for 7 weeks. I'm going to be home for real with the kid. So I'm going to
For how long?
7 weeks.
Oh, I thought you said 7
So
months. I
so
was like,
this
holy
is
shit.
episode. So this is episode 32, which means everybody that loves this podcast, stay tuned because we got about 6 more episodes and then we're done.
No,
Fi-
we're
five
good.
maybe?
We're good.
Got to line up some guests for Cardo.
Yeah.
Get some special guests.
No,
Guys that
we'll be
can-
good.
Guys
We'll
that
be
can
good.
operate an iPad.
No, I'll just be yawning.
We did, folks, the audience. We figured out after 32 episodes how to not run our audio interface off of batteries. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, no more jump cuts to Jaime explaining why the batteries died.
On a shitty iPhone selfie cam.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry I couldn't.
Yeah, we are 27 minutes in and we have gone through 9%.
That's pretty good.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
So we're
Sounds
doing
like
great.
sounds like this might be a 3-hour spectacular.
Whoa.
Sounds like we're actually.
And everybody watching just shut it off after.
Sounds,
Yeah.
sounds like we have.
Also, Abs, you don't have the storage in your phone for 3
Oh,
hours.
my battery.
Your
died.
battery be dead.
My phone
Ab's battery
battery
would be
is-
dead at 30 minutes.
No,
The
I think that's-
storage would be
oh,
gone.
jeez.
the reality is we now have the technical capabilities to do like potentially a live stream.
Yeah.
To do like a live stream for an event. Like if there's a
Ooh.
maybe like when is Tyson Jake Paul?
June, I think.
Is it in June?
I don't know.
Like maybe that.
I don't know.
Maybe like
I don't know, but I kind of want to watch it.
yeah.
It's on Netflix.
We can
right?
watch it. We could watch it and
Yeah, I
pod
think
it.
so.
Is it like pay-per-view on Netflix, or is it just like on Netflix?
I think it's just on Netflix. It might be.
Yeah,
like
I
you,
think it's-
you
I don't
probably got to like
I think it's pay per view.
interesting.
Yeah.
Netflix is changing the game.
What do you guys think? You think Tyson's gonna kick his ass or what?
Hope he bites his
If
ear
he
off.
doesn't, it's literally fucking fake.
Yeah.
Right.
If Tyson
Have
doesn't
you
win,
s-
Tyson. What? How old's Tyson? 57.
He's like 57.
Bro,
Have you watched
seen the
these
videos
of him?
him training?
Fuck, I wouldn't
All
run.
all I see is the.
I
clips
wouldn't
on-
run into one of those punches.
All I
You
see,
know?
is, all I see is the clips on YouTube where it's just him like taking his shirt off because he's eating raw meat and he's got the meat sweat so bad that he can't sit in an interview with his shirt on. That's all I see is those clips. I don't see him training. I just
Dude,
hear
I've seen the videos of him
Look
like
up, yeah.
shadow
Look up,
boxing.
look up one of the videos
He'll
of him training.
knock you out.
yeah.
He'll knock Jake Paul
Also,
out.
like I don't even
In
I
the
don't know,
first round.
I don't know what weights they're fighting
Nah,
at.
I
Like I don't
think
know any
so.
of that stuff, but it'd be surprising. They also shortened the rounds to 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, but didn't they make? It's like an officially like sanctioned
Yeah,
fight
this-
now.
no,
isn't
that's
it?
professional.
And it
fight.
will like actually count
This-
on both of their records.
This is a, yeah,
Oh,
it's a
wow.
professional
Yeah.
fight. That's crazy. And I don't know anything about
I don't know
boxing.
what that means. Why that's so important. I mean, Tyson's still the fucking.
Because it's
like,
not an exhibition like when he fought Roy Jones, right? Like,
Correct.
and that's our coverage of boxing.
yeah, that's about all I know about boxing.
Yeah.
That's so much
Floyd
about boxing.
Moneyweather.
The last one I got is we finally got the bill in for the helicopter ride.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
Oh.
I can only imagine.
You guys
'cause I
want to
know, like,
guess what a
ambulance.
helicopter ride costs without insurance?
Without insurance,
well, I can only imagine because like
$250,000.
ambulance rides are like expensive as all hell.
I'll say
aren't they?
$175,000.
All right, so we got 250,
250.
175. What do you got?
150.
Okay, it's really not that impressive after all those. It was $67,000.
Oh.
Wow,
That's not that much.
That's pretty good. That's like
It's not that much.
that's not that much.
I'd
It's-
charter a
it's
chopper to
new-
a hospital.
That's a new truck.
Not that
you know?
bad.
It's a new
Yeah.
truck.
But yeah, with insurance, it was
for a 15-minute ride.
it ended up.
Caleb Hammer. What's this $67,000 charge?
Yeah.
Helicopters. Bullshit.
Taquitos.
We love you, Caleb.
Yeah, we love Caleb Hammer. Get me on your show.
Bro, that guy's the bomb.
Get me
He's
on-
so good.
It's
Get
so
me on your
funny.
show,
Dude,
Caleb
I
Hammer.
want to do a Bad Dad Advice financial audit so bad. I want all of us to do it, and I just want to see him rip everybody to shreds, including myself.
I'd like.
I want him to go, you bought how many signed Jalen Waddle sports cards?
Do you think?
What
we
are you
could-
doing?
Do you think we could get? I think we get Caleb Hammer to come to Jacksonville and sit on our pod and lay into
Right.
us here in our studio.
Like do our podcast.
We put him up in your
I
guys'
think-
house.
Get
You
him
know
in
what?
our comfort zone.
You know what I think? You know what I think?
You're in mind domain.
You're in my
I
domain,
think
big dog.
I think that once he got here, Caleb Hammer would then yell at you for being fiscally irresponsible for paying for him to come to Jacksonville to talk to you about your
Sure.
finances.
No. We pulled it together.
He'd be mad. He'd be mad that I bought these beers when there's all the free beer here at Trey's house.
You can't afford beer. Yeah, but like, just steal it from your friends. Just steal their beer.
But he does say that. He's like, no going out unless your
Yeah.
friends are paying for it.
I mean, there's a
That's
lot
what
of
I've
people
been
that
doing. I've been doing that for years.
it's hard to realize how some people in the world think, because you can only think like yourself. It's like tough to think like somebody else. But there are people that are like paying their parents' mortgage while they don't have a job, and you're like, how does that possibly make any mathematical sense? It wouldn't even cross my mind that would even be an option. I mean, it would be like, no, if my parents didn't have the means to pay their house, just sell the house. And
Yeah.
Right.
like it's a very weird like way of people think. But there was somebody I saw a clip that like was doing like internet gambling, like little games on her credit card that was maxed out. Like she had a credit card that she wasn't paying off, and all the charges were like $1 for like some internet like coin gambling.
That's some
I don't know.
reckless shit.
You're like, yo, dude.
I put myself in her shoes though. You're only one pull away. I mean, like you
From
only,
paying off half of
You're
it.
only a loser. You're only a loser when you walk away.
You're only a loser until you're a winner.
Right. Speaking of, that's a great segue into this. When this when this episode airs, which will be next week, it will be the day before. So when you guys hearing this live, hearing this now, whenever
6
you're hearing
days from
this,
today.
whenever you're hearing this
Tomorrow.
right now, tomorrow,
Yeah.
today, tomorrow, you're hearing this right now. So tomorrow, I'm getting on a cruise ship.
Love that.
Janie and I are going on our cruise, and I'll tell you what, I haven't stepped foot in a casino since your bachelor party, which was what, 8 months ago,
Yeah.
something
sounds
like
right,
that.
Yeah.
And I haven't done any gambling since the Super Bowl, which was what, early February. Man, I'm excited to get in that casino.
You sit on them sixes and
I'm
eights.
excited to get in that casino.
Are you gonna throw away debt-free 24?
It'll be 1 weekend off. Yeah.
Are you
yeah. Yeah, I'll take 1 weekend off. But
I was gonna come back. I'm in so much debt.
So remember how I said I could pay my Peloton off?
No, the
I actually-
Peloton's already paid off.
I actually refinanced my Peloton.
I had to take out a loan on my Peloton. Yeah. No, I've kind of got it worked out. So the timing of it works out really nicely because, Memorial Day weekend, that's when we're going. That's the last day of school. And then people think teachers get paid in the summer. Yes, you do get summer paychecks, but they're all like front loaded in the beginning of the summer. So I don't get paid every 2 weeks in the summer. I get paid 5 days in a row, the first 5 days of summer. So it's like
Right.
June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I get all my summer paychecks. And so I've kind of just dedicated one of those paychecks to the casino.
Oh, jeez.
But like I can't lose it all, right?
Well, I was gonna say not financial advice, but I think the whole point of this podcast is that we're giving bad advice.
Yeah.
Don't take one of your paychecks and dedicate it to gambling on a cruise.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Unless you're getting another paycheck the next day. Like
Or
it's
unless
fair.
you're just gonna double the paycheck.
Right. Also, when I come back and I only got 5 paychecks this summer, but I turned that one into 3 more and I got 8 paychecks instead of 5, then I'm debt free. I might be debt free by the time you guys hear this podcast.
Dude, I hope so. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you for sure.
Janie's gonna hate it, man. I'm so obnoxious at that craps table.
Can we go watch the show? It's Mamma Mia. Can we go watch it? No, I'm hot. I'm hot. The dice are hot. Let's
Hit
go.
crap
What are we
7
doing?
times.
She's like, oh, okay. I
man.
guess I'll go play video poker again.
I could see her. She's like, I don't think she's ever been in a casino. This is like her first time she's ever gonna be in a casino. So I got to make it really fun for her so that she'll want to go back.
Yeah.
Speaking
So we
of
get
all
a
this,
timeshare down in like Tampa by the Hard Rock or something like that.
speaking of all this like finance talk and Caleb Hammer, so I saw a video today that was actually pretty cool. It was something with your kids, so we could tie it back in here.
Okay.
But they were talking about.
Hold on, just real quick. We don't have to tie anything in if we don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
wanted
feel
to.
free to make this be untied, untethered,
Unhinged.
unhinged.
100%.
Yeah. So this was for like kids from like 3 to 5. So we're not there yet, but it was called the quarter theory. And basically, so the way, instead of just like disciplining your kids and doing all that stuff, the way this guy did, he was like, yeah, so you just get like starts with like a roll of quarters, and you've got 3 jars. You've got save, spend, and share. And at that age, they really don't understand what the quarters do until this starts working. So basically what he said to do is anytime that like the kid is like super helpful, like helps clean the dishes or like helps do something, anything, literally fucking anything, you give them a quarter and you just tell them to put it in one. You can put it in spend, you can get a little something, you can share, whatever. Basically, if he puts it in the save, you double it. But you don't tell him why. You just double it. Like you just put a second one in there.
Like as he watches you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, anytime that the save jar gets to 10 quarters, you do something like really cool. Like go out like for ice cream or to the zoo or whatever the kid wants to do. And it's
With
basically
$2
like
with $2.50.
it's basically
You're teaching the kid a lesson.
You're
okay,
just-
okay,
It's
okay,
not
okay.
the actual money.
Jeez.
Okay.
you're making sure this kid doesn't end up on Caleb Hammer's show. In
Yeah, no,
fucking
I'm
18
listening.
years.
Yeah, what
Okay,
up?
I get what you're saying.
It was, but I was like, I've never heard it. This is pretty cool. You're basically like subliminal messaging this kid into
Yeah.
learning how, like, by saving money, you're gonna compound it up and do.
I
all this
like
stuff.
that a lot. Like I do this with like I've done this with my nephew. I did this with TJ's daughter with Cambry. Like when she was running her little lemonade stand right outside the house, I said like I came up and I was like, okay, I want to invest in your lemonade stand, and she's like, what? And I was like, I want to be an investor. I want to give you $100, and I want to own 50% of your business. And I was like walking her through the concept behind investing in a way that like she was already mentally invested in kind of doing, which was like a lemonade stand, which was fun to do, right? And like obviously maybe you learn something, maybe you don't, but I think that's a great thing to try.
It was one of those, like, not often do I find like a random video on Facebook and watch it and go, that was actually a great idea.
Right.
Like I wouldn't change that at all. That
Like-
like every part of that makes so much. It's fun. You're being involved and you're teaching a lesson at the same time.
It's not like those 5-minute crafts where they like take a bottle cap and glue it to a banana. They're like, this is the stupidest 5-minute craft I've ever seen in my life. The other thing I was going to mention about finance, because we're on a finance tip, is an idea that I've had that I haven't executed on for Ivy, but I really want to, is to set aside money like every year on his birthday for, you could say it's for college, you could say it's whatever. I kind of just wanted to set it aside to be like, it's like when he turns 18, like he gets this. And what I wanted to do was say he picks a random stock in the S&P 500 and we invest X number of dollars, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever your budget is. And then by the time he turns 18, those will have gone up, down, whatever. But then he inherits a portfolio of potentially 18 stocks, which is well diversified, and some appreciation of that money. And then you just hand it to him and go, here you go. And hopefully that can kickstart just the idea behind investing and having seen it. By the time you're 14, 15, 16, you start to like see these things and go like, oh, okay, like I'm going to just learn just enough to like kind of know what's going on with my own investment portfolio. Because like when I was a kid, all I got was those government
Bonds.
savings bonds.
Yeah.
I
like,
actually did,
with that like took 30 years to mature, and it's like, dude, you bought them for half price, you buy them for like 10 and they mature for like $20, and it took like literally 20 years to make like $10.
Did I tell you? Did I
That's
talk about
horrible.
it? Did I talk about
We
it?
both
on here?
you had them. No,
Yeah.
we were just talking about it because you had them and I had them.
Yeah.
I did
And
too.
I had
Yeah.
I had like this stack that my parents gave me that my grandparents had, and I like turned around. I was like, "This is gonna be great." And I mean, it was fine, but it was a very thoughtful gesture, and it was what you did at the time because it was a very safe
Right.
bet.
Everybody thought
But it's
that was
like
good.
you look at it now, and you're like, with the stock markets and all that stuff, you're like, "Whoa, that's a long
the
time."
reason people thought it was great is because if you did that in the 80s, interest rates were really, really high.
Mhm.
But then by the time we were getting them in 2000 and after the crash of 2001, after the .com bubble, interest rates were like plummeting and kept plummeting for years and years and years. So if I got one when I was 16 and it was 2006, right? It's like rates were probably pretty terrible. Like,
Yeah.
like so you weren't getting any return on it. But the concept behind it was good, which was like trying to teach you like, wait, you can't spend this for 20 years, and when you do, it will double. Whoa, look at that! It's so awesome. But I think that that money that they set aside, which was a small amount at the time, and that kind of like compounded because every year it was like a consistency. That money is what helped me buy the first house that we lived in college. Like I took all of those savings bonds that I had from all my birthdays growing up. I took all the money I'd saved from like umpiring as a kid. I took all the money I had from like whatever odd jobs I did in high school. And like all of that money was what I used to buy the house that we lived in college, was like part of the down payment. So me and my dad like, you know, kind of split it, whatever. But yeah, so savings bonds actually helped me do something when I went to college.
Yeah, like
So
my
the concept
mom,
worked. It just was like terrible return.
Yeah, my mom always tried to teach me about savings and just a bunch of different kind of financial stuff. And like when I was in high school, I did not listen whatsoever. Like not even close to it. Like I worked at I had a job where I was making, when I was in high school, I was making like $10 an hour, whatever it was. But I also got tipped, and I would get, you know, $50 to $100 in tips every day when I left. So like I was making pretty decent money for a high school kid with no expenses. All of my money went towards shoes. I literally at one point owned like 115 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was absolutely insane.
I think
I blew it all.
I think it's super.
And speakers.
One of the things
Yeah.
that if this podcast is around 12 years from now, that's fucking. I doubt it will be. 12 years. It might
we're
not be-
32
it might not be
episodes
You
around-
didn't think we'd make it 4
We
episodes
just
in,
said
so
Cardwell's going on maternity leave soon. He's not gonna be around. It's 12 weeks from now. He's gonna be gone.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm gonna be fine.
He's a mom. He's a mom. But anyway,
Tiff actually wants me to get out of the
Wha-
house.
yeah, right. One of
She wants to be alone.
Landon's gonna want you to get out of the house. Like, get this fucker out of here. So
this guy away from me.
But I think one of the things that I will try to teach Kennedy at a young age is like, you know, the financial stuff and just how important
Buy
it is
GameStop
and
AMC.
how easy it is to get ahead if you don't fuck around early, right? And that's something that I'm starting to realize now in this debt-free 2024. And you know, while I love Caleb Hammer, I'm not a big lover of Dave Ramsey, but the one thing that they both have in common is get rid of that bad
Don't spend
debt.
money you don't have.
Get rid of bad debt, and I haven't even gotten rid of half of it, but the amount of relief and
the burden.
freedom that I feel like I have with money and that to know that when this is all gone in a couple months, which I plan on it being, it's like I can now do whatever I want with that money.
Yeah.
Right.
But then the next step is, okay, don't be a fucking idiot.
Well, that's
Yeah.
and
Don't do the same thing over and
Don't
over.
do something stupid that's going to get you back there. Right
Yeah.
now, take that and you're starting 10 years late, but it's okay. Like you still can.
But
You know,
that's-
get there.
It's about forming good habits,
That's
right?
a
Like,
great. That's a great point, right? When you get rid of your debt, you're still gonna make bad choices, right?
Right.
But what not having debt allows is it allows you to make a bad choice, and it's so much less painful because you're not levered with debt, right?
Right.
So the more debt you take out, the more that a little decision one way or another, like a house, right? If you put 1% down and then your house goes up 10%, you're making a huge return on the amount of money you put forward. That's just leverage, right? It's just like a financial concept of leverage. Not having any debt means that any one decision doesn't move the needle too far up or too far down, right? Because you're not over levering yourself. So it allows you the freedom to like make decisions, do whatever decision you want. You're not pigeonholed into one decision, but you're going to mess up. It's just the fact that like, don't take out more debt, just be allergic to debt, and you're pretty much good, because you'll learn, oh, that was a dumb decision, and then just don't make it again. And if you do that 10, 12, like that's exactly like me and Megan are lucky, right? Because we didn't have like student loan debt. She had 15 grand or something like that, and I had 0 coming out. And it's like that allowed us to make good decisions, bad decisions, whatever decisions along the way, and learn a lot about what not to do just by making wrong decisions that didn't kill us and didn't set us back, because like there wasn't debt that had to be paid off.
Yeah. That's like what you say. You always say like that's like your one thing, right? Is like be allergic to debt. So like I'm not allergic to debt, obviously, because like I do have debt, but I want to teach my kids like, hey, if you don't have the money to pay for it, don't get the thing.
Yeah.
Like wait until you have the money to pay for the thing. You know, and like I'm fortunate with some of the debt that I do have, that like my interest rates are so low because my credit score is so high, and like now I'm in a better financial situation, but it's still like I'd rather not have that debt to be able to do more things, and like you said, like have the freedom to be able to do
See,
stuff.
I don't see we've had this conversation before. Like I don't see debt as such like a pejorative term as you do. Like it's like be allergic to it, all this stuff. But the key is, like you said, bad debt. Like if you're going to take debt, it has to be money making debt.
So we're doing keto right now, 3 of us. You're not doing it, right?
No, I've just been on kind of like a calorie restrictive type thing.
Only 2.6 carbs in this Corona
I like
premiere.
it.
Shout
So
out Corona.
that means you're
Premiere.
at what, 12.8 carbs? So
5.2. 5.2.
the three of us are doing keto, right?
Yeah.
And the concept is no carb, just like eliminate carbs. And then you watch videos, and it frustrates me, right? Like I texted you guys that article about like from the Wall Street Journal, terrible article. It was horrible. I don't even know who wrote it, but like it was like are carbs, whatever, delicious and good for you? I don't know what it said exactly, but it was, the concept was like everybody's freaking out about no carb, but carbs are actually good for you, right? And it's true. There's a lot of nuance in carbohydrates. There is, carbs that are coming from sugars. There's carbs that are coming from fiber. There's carbs that are coming from all these different places. At the end of the day, it's doing a very similar thing to your body, which is raising your blood glucose level, and is a energy store that is short-lived, right? It's not as long of a lived energy store, and the satiety is much lower usually in high carbohydrate foods. So that's pretty common, but they can be healthy and have micronutrients and all this stuff. So anytime you say eliminate carbs, somebody's going to argue with you and say, yeah, but what about carbs from bananas? You can't tell me that a banana is bad for you. That's crazy. And you go, I get it. A banana is fine. A banana is good. Eat bananas. People that train should eat bananas for sure.
Monkeys
But
don't cramp.
Monkeys never cramp.
But when you're somebody like us that struggles with how we eat, you need to have something that's easy and foundational to follow. And eliminate carbs is easy and foundational. You can still have vegetables. You can still have meats. You can still have all of the things that are going to get you micronutrients. You can have a multivitamin, and you will be absolutely healthier than eating an entire pepperoni pizza from Papa John's. The reason I say that is because debt is just like a carbohydrate, right? There's good debt and there's bad debt. And it's so much easier to tell people that are trying to rebuild their finances, be allergic to debt. It's a very simple strategy, and it's not going to hurt you by being allergic to debt, right? Now, you could miss out on an opportunity to lever yourself and make a ton of return by having good debt, right? Taking debt to buy an investment property, taking debt to do leveraged trading in the stock market, which I never recommend anybody do.
Debt to own a house in general.
Just to own a house in general,
Yeah.
and make it your own. There's all of these ways that you could argue that debt is good. There's also forms of debt like cookies and cake that are universally terrible, credit card debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very similar strategy. So if you struggle with finances or you struggle with weight, I find it ironic that I am terrible with how I eat and I'm pretty good with my finances because it's the exact same concept, right? Just be knowledgeable about what is the good thing and the bad thing, and then make the right choices. But yeah, that was just kind of underpinning your point of like good debt and bad debt. It's true, But for people that aren't great at their finances, people that aren't really dialed into to how they're eating, to people that really aren't dialed into how their finances are working, just using a good statement of like, be allergic to debt, you're good. Right? If you eliminate carbs from your diet, you'll be healthier. I'm confident you'll be healthier if you're eating a high processed, ultra processed diet and you just say get rid of carbs. I'm very confident that you will be healthier. You can't say that about proteins and fats. You can't just say get rid of protein, you'll be healthier. No, you won't. There's no way.
That was such a great metaphor and comparison. Like, I loved that.
I love when Jaime's like mind gets blown. He goes, "That
Yeah, we just
was
watched.
so
We just watched
good."
Jaime's mind get blown.
Yeah, we watched.
Here's
it
here's
like
to
blowing
a
up
here's
in
to a gluten-free 2024.
You
No,
just
I
missed
don't
the
know
whole
about that.
point.
I don't
You
know
missed
about
the whole
that.
point.
I don't know about that, but I will end.
Gluten is not a carb.
I will end our finance note because there's one more thing I want to talk about that I think is more important. I will end this finance talk with, I think the big thing I want to teach Kennedy, and this is pretty easy. It's better to actually have money than to look like you have money.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, Janie wanted a car, and she's like, I really like, I want something bigger, like whatever, but I don't want a minivan. I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine.
Bro, they're dope.
I agree. I love them.
Minivans
So,
are
like,
dope.
they
dude.
fucking
So
are.
I was like, Robo used to have an Expedition. The Expeditions were pretty dope. Dude,
They're
Expeditions,
expensive as fuck.
Expedition,
cool.
Dude, if you get like
That's what Megan wants. I
like
want
a-
that.
like a
Palisade.
Yeah, there you
somewhat-
go. Megan wants it. They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, bro, they're
dude.
so expensive.
Palisade.
And then I drive down the road. And I see all these Expeditions. And now that I'm like, so focused on debt and stuff like that, I'm like, these fucking idiots, man. There's no like.
Right.
There's so many
Yes.
Expeditions on the road. I'm like,
Yes.
there can't be that many people that can actually afford an Expedition.
100%.
Correct.
100%.
That's like
So-
so like I have my truck and I'm always like, oh man, like my dream truck has always been like I want a Raptor, and now it's like the Ram TRX. Like I want
living his
a
dream.
Ram TRX, right? Like, and I've seen in the last week, I've probably seen 10 of them on the road.
Yeah.
And I watch the people that get out of them. I'm like, there's no fucking way
Right.
that you can afford a $100,000 truck.
Dude, a
There's no
Cybertruck.
way.
As soon as you
Those
start
things are stupid.
shopping for the vehicle, you see it all the time on the road.
Yeah.
Which means I need to start shopping for Cybertrucks because I want to see more of those things. They're sweet.
You're absolutely right that there are so many people that would much rather appear to have wealth than actually have money in the bank. Actually having money in the bank doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't make your life easier. It doesn't make all it does is what you were saying. It just gives you complete freedom, which allows your mind to evaluate everything at the margin and say, what is the decision that I want to make for whatever I'm trying to solve for? Happiness, college education for your kids, whatever that decision is that you're going to make, your judgment is completely free of this cloud over it. Whereas most people that are in an expedition that have a lease that's $2,000 a month for the next 36 months, they're going, yeah, I can't even think about this other decision over here. I don't even want to put any brain power into it because it's literally impossible because of a $2,000 expedition
Right.
monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Right.
I would argue that does help your life in general, because not having money does nothing for your life, because it can cause very bad habits and very destructive tendencies and stuff. But that having that cushion, that safety net, paired with the mindset of I don't need it,
Yeah.
just takes away 90% of life stress. And I'll tell you, from someone that works in the medical field, stress will kill you faster than anything else.
Yeah.
It will kill you faster than anything else. You can tell
Believe
just
that.
seeing people walk through the doors and stuff like that. It's just like,
Yeah.
that's
If you don't like people telling you what to do, then you should be.
Just had an itch on his arm.
What?
Dude, I can see you yawning.
What?
Stop yawning.
Look at somebody else.
You're drinking a Diet Pepsi. I can see it right there. It has caffeine in it.
Look at somebody else.
Drink it.
Can we get through the episode?
Yeah, let's change the subject because I'm tired of. Sorry, I was moving and was trying to say subject at the same time. Let's change the subject because I don't want to talk about death anymore. Whoppers will kill you. How are we doing on time?
55 minutes. We should probably wrap
Have
this
you
up.
guys seen the roast of Tom Brady?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
dude, it's hilarious.
I only watch it when I'm on the Peloton, and I haven't been Pelotoning that much. So I've only seen it's like 3 hours long. I've only seen 2 hours of it. So I've only Peloton for 2 hours since it came out, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But dude, it is funny.
Bro,
I'm
I turned
dying.
it on like when it was live because I sat down on my couch, like just put the kids down, like sat down on the couch. I'm like, oh, let me see if there's like a show on or something before I go to bed. And I turned it on, and it was like it had to count down. It was like 3 minutes till the greatest roast of all time, like
really
whatever. And I was
was.
like, oh, all right, yeah, I'll check it out. Like I'll watch people. I was like, I can fucking go in on Tom Brady. Like freaking hate
Give
that
me a
guy.
microphone.
Yeah, like,
Fuck
fucking
that
hate,
guy.
fucking hate that guy. But so I turned it on and like literally couldn't stop watching it. It was that funny.
I was dying.
The best joke that I've seen, I have not watched it start to finish, but was the Tony Hinchcliffe
Yeah, he was the
Burt
best.
Kreischer joke. The
Which one?
Oh, like the
Burger King, Liver
Burger
King,
King,
Tiger
Liver
King.
Martin Luther King. That one. Yeah, no.
that was the best joke.
The best.
But the best, the funny on top of that funny was I was watching. I was like, something looks off about the clip, right? Like I don't understand why the clip looks off, and it was because like Burt was like just looking off into the distance, and I was like, why is he like looking in the distance? Like what is he like on? Like what's he like drunk or like what's going on? Is he high? And then somebody else, like I saw a clip later on that somebody was talking about it. He was reading the teleprompter of everybody's joke as they're reading it. So if you zoom in on his face as he's telling the Liver King joke, which is absolutely perfect comedy, it doesn't get any better. It's absolutely elite. The joke is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the joke. And he's just mouthing the joke, reading it to himself as he's getting roasted, and I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? You're missing a performance that is like unbelievable right in front of you just to read a prompter." I was like, "That's
that was like the one problem I saw with that is like all the football guys were sitting there reading the teleprompter the whole time too.
Yeah.
So like Gronk would like start laughing at a joke before they told it.
yeah."
Gronk sucked. Gronk's was bad, but
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
You see, Gronk spiked a real,
A real, yeah.
those people in the front row. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that seems dangerous. Those people in
Yeah,
the
that's
front row.
funny.
The one thing I like about it is, you don't see a lot of that stuff on TV anymore, and it's kind of. I hope they bring more of that back. And it's, I feel like people have walked on eggshells with all this, cancel culture stuff, and that roast. Yes, it was a big middle finger to Tom Brady, and fuck you, Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady, but
Yeah.
some people don't, and he's very easy to hate.
3 out of 4
people.
people in this room hate him.
I could totally see how people hate him because everybody hates winners. I get that, but it was also a big middle finger to cancel culture. Man, those people
Yeah.
went up there and they were not Kevin Hart, Kill Tony, right? All these guys, they were not worried about saying something that's
Yeah.
going to be like,
I'll tell you what, if there's one person that does not give a shit about anything, it's Kill Tony.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah.
Jeff Ross is
shit.
pretty wild too. I thought he was dead. It hasn't been a roast in so long. I didn't even know he was still alive.
The
Literally all he does.
The thing
Yeah.
about Brady is I absolutely hate him, but if you look up his stats, it's kind of like the Cal Ripken stat where you're like, yeah, it's pretty good, or the Barry Bonds stat where it's like how many times he walked, and or like the Greg Maddux stat where it's like how many balls he threw versus. It's like there are absolutely mind blowing stats for like given seasons that you see, like one season somebody just did something
Yeah.
that's a statistical anomaly. Tom Brady's playoff statistics are
They're better than most people's career.
I cannot imagine anyone ever catching just what he's done. It's just unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable. Just looking at his stats. But yeah, ultimately, I still hate him.
No, but I love that. I love that roast. I hope there's more. But somebody told me
I
today.
also think cancel culture. I think the pendulum started swinging like 2 years ago. I think you're right. But I
Correct.
think it peaked in like 2022. Like COVID happened and like people were still like really focused on canceling, and then it was like, let's cancel because you're not wearing a mask, and let's cancel because of the vaccine, and like I think that era really exhausted whatever was left in the tank
People
for
went back
cancel
to
culture.
work. They're
And
not-
people were like, dude, I just want to like go eat in a restaurant. Like, can we just not cancel? Like, you don't cancel me, I don't cancel you. Like 2022, I think like the pendulum started swinging, but that's a mark in time. Like just the roast of Tom Brady, like the greatest athlete maybe of all time, is just a clear runway to now. How far is it going to go the other way?
Yeah.
All right, so
How are these
Swinging back the
these
other
middle
way.
schoolers that you're teaching right now? They don't care about cancel culture. How far do they take it in 8 years when they're in college? You know what I mean? How far do
Yeah.
they take that?
So get ready for Unhinged Bad Dad Advice 2024.
Oh, jeez.
it's a great time to start a podcast.
Is
Yeah.
it true? Has anybody heard this? Somebody told me this today that Tom Brady has like come out since the roast and been like,
Yeah, he was real butthurt.
I regret doing that. That was a terrible decision. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. It's
he
like,
said
like
he said he,
Giselle's mad at me now. It's like she's your.
well, no,
ex-wife,
he
bro.
said he
Get over
didn't mind. But
Him.
like, dude, you think they're not gonna tell jokes
Right.
about
There's
like?
no-
Come on,
Like when he
Like
said-
Robert
he
Kraft.
said-
I mean, come on.
yeah, like he
Like-
said he didn't like the way that it affected his kids, or something like that is what he was saying.
Yeah, what did
something
he
along those lines.
expect?
But like, nobody really
You're the most
said,
hated person
Nobody really
in
said anything
sports.
about
Like,
his kids.
Well, because
like,
it's the wife. It's the wife,
yeah,
right? Their
but like-
mom.
yeah, but
It's like Robert Kraft and Giselle. It's like he didn't really.
Low hanging fruit.
He didn't think like, oh, he kind of just said like people will focus on me. They're not going to really, and like because there's no, reason to.
no.
But it's like obviously they're going to go in. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, Robert Kraft is like he's a scumbag.
Yes.
And it's like he's in Palm Beach County and he's like going to like Chinese massage parlors and it's like I don't know if it's Chinese, but he's going to massage parlors. Don't cancel me. And it's like, dude, he was arrested and he just bought his way out. It's like,
Yeah.
and you can't say a joke about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
like,
what, that massage parlor is like 2 miles away from where I used to live, and that is the most disgusting whole. Not even just like the whole strip mall is the most disgusting area.
Yeah, and a guy worth billions is
going there. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He's not going for a massage.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
It's
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
he was
Hot
getting a
mic.
massage.
I thought when Javi said that massage, I thought he was going to talk about how great the massage.
That place is awesome.
That place is great.
Right, this back thing in high school.
Ask for Ophelia titties.
But I hope she's gonna win the beer stick probably. But hopefully, hopefully they do more roasts because that was entertaining. And I've only got 1 hour left of the Tom Brady roast, and then what am I gonna never ride the Peloton again? Come on, Netflix.
It's paid off. Doesn't
It
matter
is-
if you ride it
Doesn't
anymore.
matter. You're right.
You don't feel
Although I still
obligated
gotta
to
pay-
ride
I
it.
still got to pay for my monthly.
Throw it away. You're done
Pellet-
paying it off.
I still got to pay my monthly like Peloton membership to have access to the classes. And
How much is that?
$50 a month.
Can't you just like ride it though?
50 a month? But Janie can both use it.
You guys can all use it. You guys come over to my house. You guys can. I can have up to like 20 profiles on.
Obviously, I can ride the bike at your house. Like, why would I not? How could they not keep me from riding the bike at your house?
No. But you could have your own. You could create your own profile on my account. So it's like.
Right.
So it's like how you. It's almost like a family gym membership.
do it
But I
here?
can have a family of up to 20. Yeah. If you had your own Peloton, you could. I'm pretty sure you could log into my account
That's pretty
and
cool.
have your own profile on my account.
All right.
So it'd be like a family
That
plan.
could be
of-
fake news. If it is, somebody let us know in the comments.
I might go
but
buy a Peloton now.
My gym membership at the Y is like $100 a month, I think, or $90 a month. So yeah, it would be cheaper. But I'm not going to get rid of the Y membership.
They got
Too
free
much.
childcare.
$90 a month seems like a lot.
It's for me and
Free
Megan.
childcare.
And it's for me and Megan.
Do you know
and
how much hooping's going on at the YMCA?
I can't wait to get back to hooping.
Yeah,
if I lose
yes.
another 100 pounds, I'm going to be in that gym playing basketball. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, dude?
Is there a lot of hooping going on at the Y?
Oh,
dude,
they be hooping.
it's awesome. I work out at like 7:30, and there are runs every day. It's like
At 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning. It's the same people, kind of the same people that shuffle in and out, but they run full court, and they run like halfy, shorty full court. And I think one of the days is like a 50 and up kind of deal, or like whatever. So they don't want young kids. Whatever.
Trey's just gonna sneak in there.
But I'm gonna be
Slide
like,
into
guys,
that group.
I think I fit in.
Metabolic age.
Yeah,
metabolic age
metabolic
50.
age.
Athletically, I'm okay. But yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. Another. I
You
think.
grab the metal things on the elliptical to check your metabolic age.
Is that what it tell you?
I don't know. Just like that.
I don't know how ellipticals work. How do ellipticals work? Is that when the sun goes
I
over
used
the
to
moon?
always. I used to always. I get,
Eclipsicals? Is that a pot? What is that? Is that a dessert? Is that like a Flintstone?
I used to get on those things and I would grab the little metal handles and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck this is telling me.
like the
Blood pressure?
like the circus thing where like you grab it and it shocks you and tells you how much of a wuss
Oh, I
you
was
are.
so good at those. They used to have those at Dave and Buster's.
No, what's
That's where I
one
got all
where-
my tickets.
What's the one where you like shake the hand and it's like how hard you grip the hand? It
Yeah.
tells you if you're a pussy or
Well,
not.
at Universal they got at the Simpsons bar at Moe's. You can go do that. You can do the same thing.
Oh,
They have-
really?
but it's like the fake one. It's like the love one.
Yeah.
That's funny too.
That's funny.
Yeah, I
Good
think we've
stuff.
Good
we
stuff.
we didn't know what we were going to talk about coming into this, but we got a good finance talk out of it. We got some actually real good stuff out of that.
I think we always
Good.
find a way to make
Yeah.
it great.
Yeah.
We're
Because
just a clip show. We're just
Unicorns.
we're a clip factory.
Clip factory.
Bunch of
yeah.
unicorns. All right, so word up to Bierstick again, as always. We be Biersticking day in, day out. Shout out Tom Brady roast. Shout out
Caleb Hammer.
Caleb Hammer. Shout out In Your Face Art. Still got that on here.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah. And that's gonna be it. Anybody else got anything?
remember it's better to have a cheap purse with money in it than an expensive purse with no money in it.
All right.
And on that note,
We've also still got 80% battery left, so be ready for the 5-hour stream
Yeah,
at some
baby.
point.
5-hour live stream
Whoa.
coming up.
Should we go live during the fantasy football draft?
Oh man.
No, I need
That'd
to
be
focus.
reckless.
I need
That'd be
to
reckless.
focus.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed.